What is up, Midway Mayhem fans? This is Dan, and we are checking back in from a familiar location, SeaWorld Orlando, and today we have been invited out to try out the brand new family theater, the Flying Family Theater, known as Expedition Odyssey. There's a lot to see and do. Let's go!
It used to be in Kelsey's position.
Oh, really?
Alright, we are making our way over to the ride. It's over here by Icebreaker. Here is the former gift shop. Still a gift shop, but it's gotten completely redone on the outside in preparation for the opening. Expedition Odyssey, you can see right there, past member previews. They're coming up. And here we are, the entrance for Expedition Odyssey.
Right hand side to the quick queue.
There we go. We're heading in. So a lot of queuing is going to be on the outdoor area here, and then we head inside the building. Now remember, we're on the quick queue side. We have photos up on the wall here. So big open queue in here. It's very nice, air conditioned, so it's a break from the oppressive heat outside. You can see it holds 306 people. More kind of like the loading staging area. And we head on down, and it looks like this is the boarding area.
Okay, so I'll go chat with her.
Off to the side over here, we can see a sign showing Expedition Odyssey is in technical rehearsal, so some elements may not be available. And then we have ride restrictions over here, and we can see 39 to 48, you got to ride with an adult over 48 inches, and if you're above 48 inches, well, you can just ride. Alright, so we have the different areas, gold and blue. Blue, you kind of just walk in. Gold, you go upstairs.
This is a land where towering icebergs drift through a vast sea.
So a little pre-show here.
Please secure them with your carry-on items for the duration of your flight.
In its pristine state. On this breathtaking expedition into the Arctic, you will meet many fascinating creatures. Marvel at iconic polar bears as they navigate their frozen realm with graceful strength. Swim with mighty whales, their songs echoing through the icy depths. Watch as playful seals dive beneath the water's surface. Each animal plays a crucial role in the harmony of the Arctic ecosystem. Our team of intrepid explorers and researchers studying the tundra ecosystem scouted ahead, designing an exhilarating trek. In this breathtaking adventure, you will experience the untamed and majestic wilds of the Arctic itself.
Prepare to board the Odyssey Mark I, designed to travel seamlessly between air and water. When the doors open in front of you, please make your way to the loading area. Before taking your seat, store all carry-on items in the compartment provided. Loose footwear is not allowed on this experience. Please secure them with your carry-on items for the duration of your flight. Long hair or loose clothing that may extend below the seat must be tied or stowed. Supervising companions must be seated next to the guests they're accompanying. Each companion may accompany up to 2 guests. Only when instructed, fasten your seatbelt from left to right. For smaller passengers that do not reach the blue line on the seat back, place the buckle through the white loop located in the center of the seat. Then, fasten the seatbelt. When instructed, pull straight up on the red tab to ensure the seatbelt is buckled. Please keep the red tab visible so our operators can confirm the seatbelt is secure. Guests who have a fear of heights or who are prone to motion sickness should speak to an operator to bypass the ride and proceed directly to the Arctic animal habitat. In just a few moments, you'll experience Expedition Odyssey. Once the doors open, please make your way to the loading area.
Here we go.
You're always carry on cargo into the compartment in the wall. Once all cargo is secured, please have a seat in your assigned seating location.
Ride vehicle.
Once again, explorers, please place all loose carry-on cargo into the compartment.
Well, that was nice of them. We got a blanket here with a button that says first to ride Expedition Odyssey. Alrighty guys, so we just had a chance to do Expedition Odyssey, and I'm going to give you a full rundown since, well, we were not allowed to film on the ride, but I'm going to give you a whole idea of the loading process, some of the things happening in the video, and my overall thoughts. So when you first get in there, they have the rows of seats and the number that you were assigned. You go sit after placing all your loose articles and whatnot. And then basically there's indicator lights above you. So if it's not lit up, that means your seatbelt's not connected and whatnot. And when it does, it'll light up above you. So that's a quick way for the operators to be able to check the ride, make sure it was good. And once that clears, then the ride vehicle tilts back just a little bit, and that gets your feet up off the ground. So there's no clearance envelope issues or anything else like that as you're dispatching. And the whole ride vehicle just turns and it faces the screen. And the screen, pretty decent size, but I was actually expecting a much larger screen. Still does the job though, and there's 2 theaters. So it's not just 1 theater, there's 2, and it loads 30 people per cycle. So they can get roughly about 900 to maybe 1,000 people per hour in there. But loading is pretty quick. While one is watching the show, the other one's loading, and as soon as it's ready, it does the turn. Starts out with a Aurora Borealis, so it's really pretty in there. You have fans, so there's a little bit of wind and whatnot, and it transitions from that dark straight into flying over the Arctic. And you see a lot of different animals as you're going through. Walruses, you see whales, you know, all sorts of different animals. And the actual scenery looks beautiful because it's real, it's not CGI. And you can tell that they flew a drone through the area and around tight turns and corners and whatnot. And the dynamics of the ride vehicle matches that, so you'll literally just feel the swaying as you're going through. I think the video is pretty good. Needs a little bit of adjustment. You can almost see a little bit of like shakiness. That happens when you fly drones really quickly and whatnot, so I'm not surprised. One thing to note though is if you've done Soarin' in other flying theaters, you get that kind of weird curvature on the sides, and that can really mess with the visuals. This did not have that, so whatever they were doing, they did it right, so it doesn't kind of skew the entire view of it. The ride is about 4.5 minutes long, I'd say, and it's a good ride. It's one that's going to get people out of the heat and out of the rain if it's raining. If you're going and expecting that it's going to be like Soarin', similar, but it's not the same. Scale of 1 to 10 on that one, I'm honestly going to give it probably maybe 7.5 to an 8. Again, it's a good family attraction. Young and old can do it. It's a great way to just sit in the AC when it's really boiling hot out there. But I do like this attraction here. It is going to pull the guests in. And I love that you have the animal interactions like right behind me. So it kind of has a whole story where you see the animals, then you actually get to meet the animals in person and whatnot. And that's really cool. So once the ride's done, twist back into the station, seatbelts unlock, and off you go. But that's Expedition Odyssey, and I actually pretty enjoyed it. It's a pretty good ride. A couple of things I wanted to note. For a park that pushed really hard to not kind of feature orcas, the orcas are featured pretty predominantly, to be honest. Like there's a major scene in there where it's just showing the whales. Kind of different. Not really expecting that from this place much more, but it was neat to see. There were a couple effects that weren't working. They will have smell as it's being pumped into the ride. Didn't have that. It is in technical rehearsals, so some things may not be working just like that. We had one ride where got the fan and the mist, and then another ride on it where didn't get the mist. So they're actively playing with this thing. So if you're coming in the first couple weeks, it is going to be in technical rehearsal, so keep that in mind.
Good. We're excited about it.
Is that everything you were hoping?
Yeah, I mean, you know what's good.
And yes, they still have the neat thing in here where this is real ice. You can touch it. It's cold. Real ice.
Oh my god, believe it.
So not much of this has changed as far as the exhibits, but I do love how you can get up close to the animals. Oh, tuxedo birds! Yeah. That is one cold looking seagull. Over here we have the walruses. Do your twirl. Yeah. Now we are taking the ramp because we're going to get an underwater view.
They're asking about their name. I'm survivor. They're asking how she got it. I know it was a vote. It was a vote. Everyone got it. She has survived the
Beluga whales. Of course, all attractions must end at the gift shop. Man, they totally redid this entire thing. Looks nice. We have some Expedition Odyssey merchandise right here. Some magnets, hats, shot glasses. Containers for drinks, bags. Check it out, they have an opening day shirt. Bottle openers. There's another one of those shirts. On the other side we have kid sizes. Coffee mugs. Those are really nice. Look at that. Little sticker. Keychains. Looks really nice for the ride merch. Alrighty guys, we're speaking with Connor, one of the head honchos here for Expedition Odyssey. Connor, thank you so much for speaking with us. Can you tell me about the impact this attraction is going to have for SeaWorld Orlando?
Absolutely. We are so excited to bring Expedition Odyssey to our guests here at SeaWorld Orlando. You know, one of the most important things for us about this ride is that it is truly a ride for everybody, right? With a 39-inch rider height, it is something that, you know, the little kids can ride, grandma, grandpa, the whole family can ride to really create those shared memories that we love to see happening every day here at our park. one of the other most important parts is that it's fully indoors. So in that hot Florida heat, right, on those rainy Florida days, when you really don't want to be outside, this is the perfect place to come cool down and still have a great experience both on the ride and our incredible Arctic habitat.
Yeah. Now, this used to be a former attraction, correct? So there was Wild Arctic, correct? Absolutely. So you guys had a space that you had to work with. What was it like trying to fit a flying theater into this little space that you have?
It definitely wasn't easy, but we're always up for a challenge. So we had this space, an incredible space actually, and really what we wanted to do is figure out the best way to use that. So it sat dormant for a while we tried to figure that out, and when all the pieces came together for this great new attraction to come and put this immersive experience that takes guests to the Arctic. Part of our thing with this ride is that we're not just showing you the Arctic, but we're taking you there on this incredible journey. And so you're going to join us on this new ride. You get to come and see our incredible new Arctic habitat with all of our amazing animals, our belugas, our walruses, and all of our other animals that not only you see here, but you also see on the attraction. So really creating that one-of-a-kind attraction overall experience that you can't have anywhere else except for SeaWorld.
Okay. Now, you talk about taking the guests to Antarctica, but the team from SeaWorld actually went to Antarctica and shot all these shots with drones in different locations, correct?
Yeah, so our team went to the top of the world, right, to the Arctic, and they used custom filming equipment. They used divers and drones and everything at our disposal to get every single piece of footage that you see in the ride. Because one of the best things about this ride is there is no CGI. Everything you see is real. All of the animals, all the environments is real, which really reinforces what we believe here at SeaWorld, and that is one of the most beautiful things that we can appreciate is the world we live on. And we wanted to show people this environment previously only available to the most elite explorers, right?
Yeah.
If you go on a quest expedition, right? We decided to spend the money for you, right?
Yeah.
We decided to put that work in, bring it here, so that you don't have to go up off the coast of Norway into the Arctic Circle like we did. You can come right down here to sunny SeaWorld Orlando, but come inside during that hot Florida heat and enjoy Expedition Odyssey.
Okay, so we talk about obviously the guests enjoying it and seeing the different screens, taking them to Antarctica. Let's talk technical though. Like, what is this theater? Tell me about it. It has two different loading sides? Like there's one loading while one's watching the screens. How does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that makes this unique is just the way the ride works. So we have 2 levels, each where 15 guests will board the ride. And when they embark on this journey, the ride actually rotates you in, but it's 2-sided. So at the same time people are enjoying the ride, other guests are disembarking and coming into our habitat. What that allows us to do is really keep that ride moving and try to get as many guests through this experience every day as possible and keep those lines moving. While we know you might want to stand still inside in the cool weather, we're really trying to keep the line moving, and that's one of those just great advancements. In addition to the wide range of dynamic motion on this ride system that is really surpasses any other ride type of its kind in the industry, and we're so excited to be able to bring that to our park.
Yeah, I was actually really excited about the dynamics, how you're flying, and the transitions were good. Not going to give too much away because I want the guests to come out here and actually experience it. One final note, though, is obviously SeaWorld is so big on animal conservation, showcasing these beautiful wild animals. You had a very predominant scene in there where you guys are showing the orcas and whatnot. Tell me about why the animals are so important to this park and why it is so focused as a feature on this attraction.
Absolutely. One of our most important focuses here at SeaWorld is that connection that we have with the animals and the environment around us. And so one very important thing to us in the creation of this attraction was that in the film we wanted animals that we also get to enjoy and interact with and connect with here at our park.
Okay.
And so to create that experience where you get to go on this amazing new ride with amazing new footage and motion, and you see all of the beluga and walrus and orca, but to create an attraction that only SeaWorld can do, after experiencing that, you get to get off the ride and go meet them in real life. Here in our beluga habitat,
right there,
like
right
behind
there.
me, our walrus right down the hallway, and our incredible orca family at Orca Stadium across the pathway. And so it really does create this full multi-dimensional attraction that really there's nowhere else in the world that you get something like this.
Awesome, Connor, and I do want to say thank you for speaking with us about this attraction, all the animals and whatnot. We wish you success with the upcoming season for this attraction and beyond. Well, guys, that's going to do it for our video here from SeaWorld Orlando for Expedition Odyssey, the brand new MACK Rides Family Flying Theater. really glad I had a chance to do it, and I really think this is going to fit in well with the park. Obviously, during the hot days or the days where we're getting a lot of rain, I really enjoyed it, and I think it's going to be one of those that kids are going to enjoy it as well. They'll ride it over and over and over again. Gotta love that AC in there also. We want to say thank you to SeaWorld for inviting us out for this media preview. Had a ton of fun, and we'll be back whenever they have another event. So if you like what we do, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and the website formerly known as Twitter at Midway Mayhem, and I will see you out on the Midway.